No. Wacky, did you get that? I think I sent you the invite for the live broadcast or whatever. No, it's not. I'll get it. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Mexico. Well, Waffle's on as well, so and Coco. I'm gonna have to check base. Are they both out here? There's a manor left side. Yeah, I'm spyglassing it. It's YXT. There. No. That wyvern they just died. I'm gonna go and check base, by the way. I think, but I'm not 100% sure. Green. Green poison. It's fucking off. Yeah. Well, you're not having the fucking the detonator. Oh, I already given you one detonator. Stop fucking dying. Ryan, you're getting close to 6 times, by the way. Ow, my tech chest is broke again. Right, I'm going to check base. I thought you were going to say something else then, when you said pocket. I think you want one. Yes, honey bun. So what I'll do is I'll bring more C4, and I'll bring actually no, I'll bring a detonator. There's more C4 in the little rat thing. Yeah, I put it in the uh-huh. Right, gonna check that death wall, and then I'll be back. We don't want them stealth soaking that death wall, do we? Mid-fob. It's close enough. Yeah. Well, you know we name all your shit Nug. So how the fuck did it come back then? What did it do? Fucking wash down river? I got out of the water, yeah. I thought it was one that got taken. If Ravs were able, that big tower wouldn't be there anymore. Pissing. That's where it is. I know that, sunshine. Ollie Ball here. Them mummy booties be hitting different though. Oh yes they do. Standing in the gym, fucking woman, like you got all these little skinny women walking in, and then this fucking woman walks in. Fucking. Oh, bruv, she came in. Nice tits. Fucking nice ass. Went on the treadmill. Well, no, because the gym I go to is a small one. Nah, it's connected to my old school, so I walk in there. Everyone's like, "You're right, Quo. You're right." What did I used to do, Ryan? Fill me in. What's that? Wear a chain. He stood right there. Look, he stood right there. Ryan, he stood right there. In between the two giggers. Between the pink one and the bluey black one. One verse 4? We ain't got 4. Put 4 question mark? We're a 3-man tribe, mush. Oh, they put another turret down, by the way. Your minge is starting to get a bit fishy, fuck off. Where's Waffle? Where's Waffle? If it's blue, I'm worried. I was planning on flying into them at some point. Tell me not you didn't shit yourself, man. What? Implants? Turrets? Oh, there's. You know when you repair your chest piece and then... Oop! 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 Shotgun it. She's not having that back. Wyvern above, Wyvern above, Wyvern above, Wyvern above. What's he got? He's carrying something. Well, how about you unwhistle? Why is his wyvern juddering backwards and forwards? I mean, Ryan is the only one in the tribe who actually is on the sex offenders list. You both are, at this point. Who's... Oh, the tech stag was having a war. Ew, 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 ew. Can I get it? Ew, ew. Can I get it? Ew, ew. He's scary, man. Well, I mean, I flew up to it. Just bite it, enrage it, and then walk backwards. That's what I'd do. You get more ass than a toilet seat. Matters who's sitting on it. Yeah, I see it. The purple one, she's trying to bring the purple one in, but look, she's got it stuck on the other one. I still want to know where Waffle is. Yeah, I'm going to... I want to go and check base for the 87th time. Oh, I go all the way to the front of the cave. Do you want me to come back since I haven't TP'd yet? And I will be honest, I would have been over there, but I did get my thumb stuck in the my shorts. I will be honest. Uh-huh. Ooh. How much do you want? I can bring you 700. Does that mean we'll be able to buy saddles off you as well? Or use the blueprint? I'm on my way back. You gave it away this year. Save me from tears. Last Christmas, gave you my heart, and then the very next day, you gave it away. This year, save me from tears. I'll give you for someone special. What? Has the server gone down? There's like a 15-second delay. Yeah, I won't have any legs either. I can't do anything in this lag. We're loading the base in and out, in and out. Don't go onto that side, turret shoot you. It's like they're doing this lag on purpose, I swear. Yeah. What waffle? Don't know.
I was gonna ask when dinner was gonna be ready.
Pasta.
Okay. What you doing right now? Okay. Hey, honey. When?
Oh, here we go. The gentleman thing to do is a man always pays. You know why, fellas? So she can fucking go and spend £310 on pretty little thing. Oh, don't forget the discount.
Rejected names for the 7 dwarfs. Pissy, Handsy, Horny, Fruity, Schizo, Rapey, and Glenn.
I can't move. Because I can't get a full-time job. than I can do. You know where I don't work with people? I can't work with people. I'll end up pulling the fucking spine out at work. I can't work with people. I have to be in a van on my own. On my own. Nobody around me. Because I don't suffer fools. I don't suffer fucking idiots. I don't. I can't work with people who sit there and talk about getting pissed. Sorry about that, my brother rung me. Let's go to work all week so we can go out on Friday and spend all our wages at the pub getting pissed with the lads that we see week in, week out. Get a life! I can't move.
I love this guy.
Don't ask me why. I just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole. Do you know what I mean? Birmingham is a fucking shithole. I hate the fucking place. I fucking hate it. It's full of dickheads. I fucking hate it. Yeah. Woke up this morning, I'm fucking pissed off. He's obviously, man comes to your door, starts with shit, bang in the stomach, bang in the face, and he goes, he's on the floor. Yeah? Come on, nice and steady. You've already knocked him out. You're wanting to know what I look like. The people who haven't seen me before want to know what the Danny G from Smethwick really looks like. This is the fucking Danny G from Smethwick. This is the man that would have tore that little troll to bits if I would have ever seen him or caught him or smelled him. You all want to know what that was about, yeah? Jamie Trolling called my daughter a whore or a prostitute. He asked me which one she fucking was. She was 6! And she heard it! He's lucky that I haven't seen him. Lucky! Very lucky man. Listen to my chest. Still nowhere near full power, that. Nowhere near. This chest infection nearly fucked me up. Right, so, get yourselves that own reputation. Not to be fucked with. Remember, don't ever turn into a bully. Don't ever turn into a thief. Don't do that to yourself. Be an honest, truthful, respectful, do you know what I mean, compassionate person, yeah? When somebody tries to hurt you and yours, somebody comes to your house to cause beef, somebody comes to rob you, well, guess what? They don't deserve compassion. Nobody has ever tried to rob me, yeah? No one has ever tried to rob me. No one. Because they all know they'll be in my back garden trying to get into my shed to get my son's motorbike. The next thing you know, you can have a fucking samurai sword through your heart. 50 men come to my door right now. Do you know something? The bigger you are, the easier you are. That's what you don't realise. Big, slow, fucking steady effers get knocked the fuck out quick. Do you know what I mean? I swear to God, yeah, if I had a choice, if I had Conor McGregor in front of me or The Rock, I would rather fight The Rock. I'd deal with him quick. A lot quicker than I would Conor McGregor, mate. Let me tell you that now. Too big is not fighting. Trust me. Too big is no good. You are too big. You are too sloppy, slow. You've got no reaction speed. Yeah? Right? You're just a big, lumbering, no good fucker. So the bigger you are, the easier you are. So you people out there sending me a message saying, I'm 20 stone, I could deal with you, Daddy. You don't know. Yeah? I'd probably, listen, if you're 20 stone, I'd probably smash your face in about 10 seconds. What comes to these people in parks, innit? Oh, what did he do at that press conference? He come in with 12 of his boys to intimidate Ben Askren. You fucking bullying cunt. You bullying piece of shit. Let me get hold of you. And I'll show you what I do with bullies. Bring your 12 man to a press conference with me. I'll jump over that table and rip all that.
What? Dunno, I have to ask Ryan.
Danny G from Smethwick is a real person. A real monster.
A lot of money's exchanging accounts. Talking about stupid amounts. All your checks are like a basketball. Well, they bounce. You might have hair like Michael Jordan. Better still, you might get to you looking at the Canary Wharf and the Gherkin. They better mention me when they talk about Tottenham, nigga, I'm Mercury. Okay, listen, look. Moving from that you deep in shit. Thank God.
She's fine. With her own just all around you. So I gotta make her mine. So I split it quick, just trying to be around you. Take some time, but I'm just so grateful that I found you, girl. With you, I feel divine. La 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 la.
Volatile individual. Very. More than most. So when we're in this cell, they call it a room, but we're in a cell. We're getting frustrated. We're becoming more happy, so we start banging doors, trying to get their attention, because they're just ignoring us now. They're putting up with the banging. Been banging for an hour, they're not even come to the door. We're two young kids, he's 12, I'm 13. We're freezing. We've had no food, just been ragged out from this room. We start smashing up.
You say Danny's the more volatile one, but do you think you tried to be a father figure from him, not as wild, to try and tame him a bit?
I think what it was with Danny was he couldn't control himself the way I could.
Because I had a man called Neil Samsworth, prison guard.
And I remember Neil Samsworth asking me on K-Wing in a landing in Strangeways, not so far back. I'm writing a book. Can I mention you in it? I said, if you mention this, I'm okay. And he done exactly that, so I've got to respect him.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, and I said, look, he likes his screws, but he says your brother, he's in the prison with some of the most fearsome men in the UK, but he says there's a 1% of prisoners who are proper, and he says Danny is in that 1%. He said that Danny beat up 10 guards.
10 guards.
Yeah.
You've got to understand what it is exactly. Let me bring you back to why Danny is the way he is. We're in Dyson Hall. We haven't smashed the cell. We're taking hidings off men. You know, we're getting twisted up by men. This nonsense. We're getting twisted up by these men. We're getting battered. They can't deal with us, so they separate us. So in the early hours of the morning, bang, they burst the room. They cough for Danny, 6 or 7 of them. He's scrapping with them. He doesn't want to go. But they manhandle him. They proper batter him. He's a 13-year-old, 12 years actually. They're battering him. They took him away and put him into the secure unit. So in Dyson Hall, you've got some units, then you've got the secure unit. Now, I never seen Danny then until I was 16 in a white people prison. So from that age, he's taken from, we're split up, and then I'm not seeing, we don't see each other for time. Next time we see he's in an HMP old course. Danny went into the secure system, and whilst he was in that secure system, they couldn't control him, so they used their tactics and their methods to manipulate him to the way they wanted to think. But he didn't have it. He rebelled. The only thing they could do with him to calm him down was put him in a gym. So 3 times a week from the age of 12, Danny, by Dyson Hall, by a fella called Peter Dooley, who worked there, Scouser, was made him bigger, big, strong, more disciplined. Next time he got out of there, he had red hair to here, and he looked like the Hulk, and that's why we used to call him the Hulk. So the next time I seen Danny then was in a YP unit called Old Course. We hadn't seen each other for years. We're on there, someone stepped on one of our toes. We put him in hospital and then smashed the unit down, smashed the whole unit, and they separated in the prison system from that day on. I've never been in a prison with Danny. So what we done as young offenders, it implemented on us as cons. We could never be in the same prison together, me and Danny, ever, because of how volatile we become when we're together.
Yeah. It's like cutting in half where you aren't as ruthless, but together it's
Different.
Yeah, it's a different. Why do you think that is? Protecting each other, or?
I think it's where we've been through a life of violent behaviour and we've always been together. Like in our house, me and Danny were targeted by my dad. So me and Danny rebelled the most. Me and Danny.
Any tribe had a warning before that this is their last warning. After this, we're gonna start wiping/banning. No mesh, however it was. Any teaming admin use mesh, open ticket, or DM me. The host is bugged, not our server. One of our shandies and like 20 bags at most. The guy was like, it went up for like an hour, then went off again. It went up for like what, 3 hours? 4 hours? So who's burnt crisp? It took me 5 minutes to drop 3 of your shandies while you were online.
It's like an overhyped David Blaine.
Yeah, then the admin would just come over and go, yeah, fuck off.
Chicken sauce. Is it? I like that then. Chicken. Why is it Isaac? Check it, Isaac. B-L-E-G whip. Ha! Like a
They're fixing their favorite room. But Matt chooses the basement to be his room. He doesn't want his family members to hear him painfully scream at night. Even though Sarah doesn't understand, but she can't heartlessly refuse. There is a glass door in the room that can't be opened no matter how. Matt comes closer to look inside. Suddenly he freaks out. He sees his mother wipe the floor by blood, but doesn't see that when he looks again. The plates, which are organized neatly, are broken out of nowhere. Matt first thinks because of his illness, he is hallucinating, so he doesn't say anything. In the evening, Matt is led by some type of power. He gets up from his bed while still closing his eyes. When he opens his eyes, 2 human shadows appear on the glass door. One of the 2 shadows also sees Matt. Matt's consciousness suddenly merges into that body and he sees a horrifying scene. A man with beard and glasses is carving letters on the corpse with a knife. He even cuts the eyelid of the corpse off. This terrifies Matt. He wakes up in horror. Luckily, this is also a nightmare, but this nightmare feels so real. This time Matt realizes that the glass door has opened by itself. He goes inside. Just like that, he is in there throughout the night. The next day, people finds Matt in that room. Peter also realizes that this room was their favorite room, but Matt chooses the basement.
I got stamina.
Was a morgue. Only that it has been abandoned, but the devices inside are still there. In the evening, the whole family sit together and decide to continue to live here until Matt's illness is completely treated. Right at this time, Matt becomes semi-conscious. He sees another scene. A bunch of people sit together. They are holding a seance. The medium is a boy called Jonah. Matt tells this to his family members, but they assume that it might be his hallucination due to the medication that he takes. The next day, Matt meets a man who is also in the hospital for cancer. The man is a pastor. After hearing the story of Matt, Nicholas says that it is not a hallucination. Maybe his house really has ghosts living in. When people are near the end of their life, many see things that normal people can't. Nicholas gives Matt a card, tells Matt to contact him if he needs anything. As the time goes by, the spirits in Matt's house is getting more and more active. One day, Matt is playing hide and seek with his siblings. The medium Jonah, who appeared in his dream, suddenly appears in the house and is pulled down to the basement by someone. Matt follows him down to the basement. When they go inside the morgue, a lot of corpses appear out of nowhere. The corpses can even move. They surround Matt. When Matt tries his best to push a corpse away, his room was a morgue. Only that it realizes he is pushing away his brother. The family members all think that he has lost his mind. Matt is hopeless, can only find Nicholas. Nicholas tells Matt that the ghost follows you, but doesn't harm you. Probably because it wants something from you. Maybe you can ask what the ghost wants. Matt hesitates. In the evening, when Matt is exercising, a black burnt face appears in front of him. Matt controls his fear and asks what it really wants. The black face doesn't say a word, only screams, then disappears. But the strange event doesn't stop. Spirits start to disturb Matt's family members. His younger sister is playing at the attic. She is walking. When she falls down to the crack on the floor, his younger brother is also locked in the crematory. After saving his sister, Matt finds a trunk there. Inside the trunk, there are a few pieces of objects and some old photos. After seeing the photos, Matt is horrified, because he has saw this scene before, in his dream, which also means that The dream that he had before are actually real. Because of some reasons, he can see it once again. To clarify the truth, he brings his cousin to the library to look up the information, and find out that the previous owner of the house is Aikman. He was a medium and Jonah is his assistant. They used their psychic ability to help human to contact with the supplies. After that, Aikman invented a way to increase the power, which was to make Jonah's body, released a thing called chi energy to increase the power. However, during a seance, Jonah's psychic power went wrong. 4 people who attended were all dead. Jonah also went missing. Some time went by. When people were about to build a highway and about to relocate the graves, they discovered that 100 corpses in the graves were gone and were replaced with sandbags. Matt guesses the corpse were stolen by Jonah and Aikman, and the reason might have been to increase their psychic ability. In the evening, Matt comes to Nicholas once again, to tell him what he knows. Being a pastor, he knows quite a lot about this. He tells Matt that the objects are actually humans' eyelids. Aikman used all those corpses to carry out an evil magic. Normally people's eyes are closed when they die, but after cutting off the eyelids, the dead can't close their eyes. The soul will remain in the body. Through the drawing slashed onto the corpse, they have taken advantage of these souls to boost Jonah's psychic ability, and made more money in that way. Those corpses might be hidden somewhere in the house. Then Sarah comes home. She thinks of Nicholas as a scammer and kicks him out. The Haunting in Connecticut. This movie, the context of the movie is a haunted house in Connecticut. After Sarah kicks Nicholas out of the house, at midnight she is woken up by a series of sound. She sits up to see. There is a corpse flashes in front of her. She quickly turns on the light to see, but there is nothing. Soon after, there are electricity explosions in the house. All the electric devices in the house explode. This time Sarah believes that there are ghosts in the house, so she hurriedly invites Nicholas over. Nicholas holds the device in his hand, and find the ashes of Jonah in the crematory. As long as they take the ashes of Jonah away, as Nicholas is collecting the ashes and bones, a burnt corpse comes closer to Matt. This is Jonah's spirit. After Nicholas has brought the ashes and bones out of the room, Jonah's spirit also disappears. The room is back to normal. After getting the job done, Nicholas takes Jonah's remains away, but the nightmare doesn't stop. It only just begins. Not long after Nicholas leaves, on Matt's body there are a lot of strange drawings. His family quickly brings him to the hospital. Jonah's spirit also follows them to the hospital. Matt is not scared anymore. He is going to die anyway. There is nothing left to be scared of. He comes up to Jonah, looks straight into Jonah. Jonah tilts his head. Finally, Matt can see the whole story. During Jonah's life, after Sarah kicks Jonah, all the people there died, including Aikman. Jonah also couldn't escape his death. Vengeful spirits got out and locked Jonah in the crematory to cremate him. After Matt's family moved in, Jonah's spirit wanted them to leave, so he didn't stop scaring them. Now that Jonah's remains has been brought out of the house, there is nothing to bound these vengeful spirits. It will be dangerous to live in the house. Meanwhile, Matt's cousin is nearly suffocated to death while showering. The spirits has started. They want to kill whoever lives in the house. After knowing the truth, he comes back home with an axe. After chasing the family members out of the house, he follows the instruction of Jonah's spirit. He breaks the living room wall, reveals the corpses, one by one. Turns out the missing corpses are all in the wall. If they want to destroy the evil spirits, the only way is to burn the corpses. Matt discovers some alcohol, pours it on those corpses and starts the fire. A big fire starts to spread. When Matt is about to go out, those spirits appear once again. They surround Matt, reach out to him with their scary hands. The mother standing outside hears a desperate scream. Despite everything, runs into the house. She hugs Matt, who is sprawling on the floor. They hide under the table. Those spirits appear once again. After Jonah, all the people there die. After seeing Matt, they disappear in the flame. In the last scene of the movie, the firefighters arrive on time to save Matt and his mother. The miracle is Matt doesn't have cancer anymore. They say Jonah's spirit has treated Matt, but I think when Matt burnt those corpses, and released the spirits to pay him back, they treated the cancer for Matt. When they reached out to Matt with their hands, they was treating his illness. From that, we can see, there are good and evil spirits. Ghosts also know to return the favor. She really wanted to be an online celebrity, be famous globally. Their favorite.
Give me your answer.
If you recognize this song, you had an amazing childhood or a good taste in cartoons. You have to follow me if I'm right.
Alright, we're good. Hey, we got the hand here to back us up, too. Shit, I do not have any pens to use. Goodbye. Damn, this kid threw a fucking rock at me. Oh. Alright.
God, I hope this one finally gets me canceled so I don't have to feel this obligation to be on the internet to help people. Let's get it. All right, so my wife just called and interrupted my workout to threaten me with sex. And I couldn't be happier. Why? Well, I'm a sexual Klingon, okay? That's a funny way to say that my primary love language is touch, but like on crack. Seriously, to put it in perspective, I don't know much about the Vikings, but I heard when they went to war, even the women would rape men in the villages. Let's just say if I was in one of those villages, I would have the best smelling and looking tent. And if that's too dark for you, just remember that people are...
I would change.
Fly me to the moon. Let me play I know you're nervous. I know you're nervous. It's gonna be alright. You ain't... If you're in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on the way. If you're in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want. That kicked in yet?
Eat anything I want, so I'm gonna
For those of you saying that all I have to offer a man is big boobs, that couldn't be further from the truth. I also have a big ass. Okay, bye.
You never said champ, you know? You wanted to blame me. Your brother wanted to blame me. Your parents wanted to blame me. Just trying to do something that I thought, you know, was there. I was wrong. The people said, champ, what you doing? I said, nah, you got it. And now, Jake, listen to me, man. Listen to me, man. Jake Paul, listen to me, man. You got away with some shit that people don't get away with.
Your brother knew it's fine if you lose.
Your ass got off the hook, man, for real, for real. I ain't saying nothing from now, but I'm saying something now.
I promised dinner cooked.
No, you were meant to cook the dinner. Jack is cheated.
I thought you said peace. Cooked. And use your hands, please.
What?
Because I'm going to wash up into the bag.
Are you taking the mic?
Basically, you cheat.
Boxing, Jones 3-5 and scores for man if you want that. Don't talk like you're bad, you ain't on that. Combat juice, got spill like cognac. Whip that shit, don't stop till I lock that. Hurdles I mash on cell, man, cut that. Verbal abuse is long, I stop that. Back out the mash and drop that. Shot that. If you want torture, man, got that. Back in, keep these measure and dump that. Chop that countryside with the guns and jump in. Pics you ain't wrong, man, crap.
Me as a kid getting a drink of water. Me as a kid.
Hey?
Nervous.
Norway, they used to be the Vikings stuff. We saw them off in the end, didn't we? And look at that, that's a come down. Once they were Vikings, now look at the Norwegians. That's a fucking collapse, isn't it? From horny helmets to horny helmets. Please. Japan, we've got the Yanks to do it for us. Peru? What language do they speak in Peru, sir? Portuguese. No, they don't, actually. They speak Spanish. Yeah, which means in 1512, when Pope Julius XII divided the New World into two lines, two sections down the line along into 129, the stuff to the east of that went to Portugal, which is why they speak Portuguese in Brazil. The stuff to the west of that went to Spain, which means Peru was technically part of Spain when we defeated Spain in 1588 back in the Armada, so we done Peru without having a visit. Hey?
Nervous.
Norway, they used to be the Viking stuff. We saw them off in the end, didn't we? And look at that, that's a come down. Once they were Vikings, now look at the Norwegians. That's a fucking collapse, isn't it? From horny helmets to horny helmets. Please. Japan, we've got the Yanks to do it for us. Peru? What language do they speak in Peru, sir? Portuguese. No, they don't.
He's a very good comedian. Mm-hmm. My dick hurts. My eyes hurt, my arms hurt, my head hurts.
Vague. Very, very vague. And that, of course, is how we got our name, isn't it? The Brit-ish. This is completely fucking ish, isn't it? That's what all the other countries, American, French, German, Russian, British. Ish. Totally ish. We're made up of ish people. The English are completely fucking ish. Yeah? The Scottish are extremely ish. The Irish are so ish they're not sure which ish they really are. And of course, the Welsh. Less said about them, the better, friend. Queen's simple cousin. That's what they're like. Family secret. Now, the point is this. Keep them out of sight, out of harm's way. Now, the point is, what it boils down to is it's fake, isn't it? I mean, have we got any jocks present? Hey, fantastic. What's your name, pal? Paul. Beautiful British name. Where are you from, mate? Stalling. Beautiful British name. Named after a pound coin. Now, tell me. What do you do, Paul?
I'm a teacher.
A teacher. What do you teach?
Science.
Science. Nay. You Scots are mad for science, aren't you? Nay. Yeah, I like you people. You fucking people. They beat your face, boy. Yeah, I love all that. It's fucking good. Now, the thing about the Scots is you're ish, aren't there? There's lots of different types of Scots, isn't there, Paul? Yeah? You're ish, you're Scot, you're all Scots, but you're Scottish, aren't you? Yeah? You can't judge people by how they look nowadays, can you? But you can judge people by how they sound. Right, and as far as I can tell, there's at least four different types of jock. Scots, all displaying different levels of jockery and different kinds of, different degrees of jocklitude. Now, oh, there's four English bastard! Type 1. Type 2 is your little yappy terrier jock. You English bastard! You English bastard! Bastard Englishman! Oh, you English bastard! Bastard English! Oh, you fucking English bastard! It's all your fault, you English bastard! Then you have the Scotsman who sounds like he's having his genitals rubbed with a warm, wet chamois leather. Oh, you English bastard, eh? Oh, you English bastard, eh? Oh, it's all your fault, eh? Oh, you English, oh, lower, you English bastard, eh? Oh, higher, oh, nearly there, you English bastard. Bastard English, And then there's the Scotsman who sounds like an opening door. All Scots, all Scottish. That's how it works, isn't it, Paul? Then, of course, the English, we're Irish. For instance, Geordies are English. Yes, I know. I've got all fucking surreal, but they are. They're English. What? Yeah, we got any Geordies present? I love them. They're beautiful people, a genetically engineered race of orc-like people whose sole purpose is to keep the Scots out of England. They've done a marvellous job for centuries. They've kept that city in such a ruinous, parlous state. The Scotsman arrives in his train and his car and on the back of his pony or whatever. Large dog arrives in Newcastle, takes one look at the place, thinks it's England, fucks off back home again. Fucking brilliant. But I love the Geordies. They're amazing people. And there's nothing better. You get the chance to go to Newcastle, sit yourself down on a Friday or Saturday evening, and listen. Sit down in the square with a can of special brew so the others don't feel you're somehow taking the piss. You sit down and listen to the haunting, beautiful sound of the Geordie whale song. Single fucking country in the world at war. Name a country, Gary. Germany, 1945, thank you very much. Very recent, job done, twice in 1 century. If only they tried again around 99, we've got the fucking hat trick. Another country, please.
Argentina 82, no help from no one else. And that, of course, was a war not for oil, but for penguins. Because we all know penguins are an essential ingredient in making Guinness, aren't they? You boil them up, the white stuff floats to the top, job done. Another country, please. Another one, France, thank you. We're in 1815 Waterloo, we haven't heard from them since. Yeah, another one, please. Canada, yeah, Canada used to be part of the British Empire, which means they're an ally of ours. As you know, being an ally of ours counts as losing to us. Why else are the Canadians so miserable? Another one, please. Hey? Spain, 1588, Battle of the Armada. Thank you, sir. We haven't heard from them since. Another one. Uganda. That was an African colony, of course, that at one point used to belong to the Germans. Then in 1919, the League of Nations, as you know, when the Treaty of Versailles, when the world was redivided, and the African colonies were partitioned, separated between France and Great Britain, and we got Uganda as a result simply of it being defeat the Germans. We got given Uganda, which sounds like fucking winning there without even having to go there. Result. Another one, please.
He's fucking smart, isn't he, though? He is. He's a history teacher, isn't he? Yeah, he's a history teacher. I'd have him as a teacher, wouldn't you?
Another one, please. Hey, United States. All right, okay. You're thinking War of Independence. America finds itself free of Great Britain. Yeah, they see that as a win. We see that as a lucky fucking escape. But let's not forget, in the War of 1812 to 1814, the Royal Navy sailed up the Potomac River, set fire to the White House, and the Americans had to whitewash it to cover up the fire damage, which is why it's called the White House. The Americans sued for peace at the end of 1814, even though they won a battle at the end of the war. The war's already over, the stupid fuckers were still fighting, even though they'd already lost. And that is America, and they've been working for us ever since. Another one, please. Belgium, of course, is a creation of the series of treaties that came out at the end of the Napoleonic Wars, the fallout of Waterloo 1815. It was the Duchy of Burgundy, of course, and the Netherlands states were divvied up to two buffer zones in order to prevent any one single power taking control of the Netherlands, which is, of course, our dangerous flank between Germany and France, and we don't like European hegemony of one power, and that's why Belgium and Holland were cut up to two and a buffer zone created. And I think if you create a country out of thin fucking air, you've won. Another one, please. Another one. Italy, yeah, 1943, bot folded early, didn't they? Another one, please. Hey? China, Opium War, 1860. Another one, please. Hey? Burkina Faso used to be a German colony. I referred to my previous answer. Another one, please. Hey? Norway, they used to be the Vikings, love. We saw them off in the end, didn't we? And look at that, that's a come down. Once they were Vikings, now look at them, Norwegians.
What? It's a different video, but the same thing. It's just a longer version. It's a longer version. Shut up.
That's a fucking collapse, isn't it? From horny helmets to horny helmets. Another, please.
You could be me. Me? Actually, you could be better than
I'm not on TikTok.
This country's called Great
I'm on YouTube. I would actually. Have you seen Star Wars? Oh. Put it on Disney Plus and you get all of them in HD. Oh. What, especially when the princess comes up.
Great Britain, that's the name of this country. Great Britain. Not all right Britain, Great Britain. Yeah? I mean, France, they don't even call that Great France, or anything. They just call it the France. Look, France, don't they? Yeah? In case they should confuse it with some other France. Right. This France or that France, or courageous, heroic, turning up in times of battle France. Now, what is this? And we got our name Great Britain because every time there's a war, the other countries look down the list of allies, and if they see our name on it, they know they're on the winning side, don't they? So they go, oh, Great Britain. And as a result, Great Britain. Now, the truth is, we the British, well, I think we're the finest fucking people. I mean, look at this bloke. He is as hard as nails. He's got his RBS badge on, Fraser. He's out at lunch. He's seen any lunch. He's as hard as fucking nails. And we the British are as hard as fucking nails. That's a fact. Yeah? Ranulph Fiennes is going to the South Pole again. You know this? But this time he's going in slippers. He's so fucking hard. Yeah? Queen Victoria was fucking hard. I mean, look at her, well, early goth. Yeah, hard as fuck. Nelson, one arm, one eye, still fighting the French. Defeated the French. change, literally, single-handedly. An incredible achievement. Yeah? Shit, HMS Invincible. You're not going to fuck with HMS Invincible, are you? It's going to beat you. No point. Now, the point is, we're hard as nails in this country. Yeah, it's a fact. Yeah? Great Britain, that's the name of this country. Great Britain. And it's a scientific fact. And people say, why is this country called Great Britain? Yeah? People mock us. They say we're not great anymore, don't they? Yeah? Especially lads with bleach blonde hair. What's your name, son? Gary. What you do, Gal? Civil servant. You're civil servant? Traffic warden? Health service? You're a nurse, aren't you, son? Admin? You're a secretary, aren't you, son? Is your dad proud of you? I did. He's never said so, has he? No. And that's not because he's bottling it up. Now, what is this? People say, well, why is Great Britain called Great Britain? It's a matter of opinion, surely, but no. I can offer you a scientific fact right now that proves Great Britain is great, yeah? It's a simple fact that Great Britain is, in fact, the centre of the earth. Yeah, that's a fact. It's the centre. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Yeah, not a whoop, necessarily. I wouldn't do the full whoop there, love. Maybe, a round of applause or something British rather than, off the fucking Jerry Springer show. I knew your face. Now, the point is, Great Britain is, in fact, the centre of the earth. A little round of applause. This country is the centre of the earth. That's right. It's a scientific fact.
Is there anything on Discord? Apparently Ireland's getting DDoSed. Ireland's getting DDoSed. So we start attacking the people, and it now all of a sudden he starts getting DDoSed. I'm more talking our allies. They're getting the shit kicked out of them, so they're like, allies!
Straight through Great Britain. Like that. The north line of longitude. Great Britain is the centre of the earth. Alright, we put the line there, but it still stands. Now, what does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that we, the British, us in here, we are in charge of what time it is all over the world. It means the Germans don't